Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Aubrey. And in today's video, we are talking my January wrap-up and my February hopefuls. So yeah, so we're gonna get through what I read, what I rated them, a little bit about them, and then my February TBR, my February hopefuls, what I'm hoping to get to in February, but it is very ambitious. So we're gonna be realistic and say I probably won't get to all of them. I hope I can get to all of them, but then again, I'm also a mood reader, so I might not even get to them, just because I don't want to. Without further ado, get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, get cozy, and we're just gonna sit and yap. I am currently consuming a lukewarm, not even, borderline cold hot coffee that was supposed to be a hot coffee, but my milk frother hated me today and did not froth my milk, so I put cold milk in my hot coffee, no ice. So I don't know what the fuck is happening in this cup, but it tastes good, so that's all that fucking matters, okay? And then old trusty my Yeti with water in it because I don't consume enough water. Without further ado, we're starting with my January wrap-up. Now, I could try and go in order. Maybe I will try and go in order. I just know that the first book I read in January was The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. 5 stars. Obviously 5 stars. I was so pissed off at myself that I waited so long to read this because it was incredible. It was incredible. Just dark, gothic fantasy with yearning and pining and just angst, and I fucking loved it. I loved it. I am a little bit pissed off though that I did read it because like, okay, if you waited this long, why couldn't you just wait to read it right before the second one came out? But I read it and I loved it, and it was 5 stars, probably honestly 6. It was fucking perfection. And then I read Bluebird Gold by Devney Perry, and this fucking ate too. What the fuck? I gave this 5 stars as well. This was so good. This was so good. It's like set in like the 1980s, I think. Yeah, set in the 1980s, and it's like a murder mystery thing with romance. Well, so it's a romantic suspense because there's a murder, they're trying to solve the murder, and like it's the daughter of the guy that got murdered, and she got a letter from her dad that was like really odd and mysterious, so she goes home to like take care of his house and stuff and like getting ready to sell it, and then she just starts discovering bits and pieces of like stuff that he found, and she's like, huh, something is not right. It was really fucking good, and I love the romance in it, and the fucking MMC is a sheriff single dad, and I loved him. Then, if I'm correct, I read the first 2 books in the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb. Obviously, I started with Assassin's Apprentice because that is the first book. I gave this book 4 stars just because it was really slow, because this is just a really slow paced like fantasy series, but it was slow paced, it was very character focused, but I ate it up. I fucking loved it. Fitz is my favorite person ever. I fucking love him. I love Burrich. I fucking love Burrich. Fitz and Burrich, and then the Fool, which we see the Fool more in this one, but oh my god, they're my favorite. They're so good. I gave this one 4 stars. I ended up giving this one 5 stars because this was fucking incredible. Probably the best book I've ever read in my entire life, which just makes me fucking violently nervous for book 3 because I know it's going to be incredible. Cannot wait to continue this series and continue reading everything that Robin Hobb has ever written because it's incredible. And then this is where things get a little sketch because I don't know what I read next. I think I honestly read Strange Houses as I was reading Royal Assassin. I'm pretty sure I kind of read it like put down Royal Assassin for a day, binged this in a day, and then picked up Royal Assassin again. This is just like murder mystery type of book where it's like just kind of like a thriller, and it's like this weird ass house with this weird ass floor plan, and the main character is like an amateur sleuth, and they're just trying to figure out why, like what happened and why the house is built like the house is, because like, so this house goes up for sale, and it's like the friends of the person who is narrating, they're like, something is weird about this, will you look at this layout, and it is super weird, and they're like, and then it kind of goes into like what the fuck, why is this house built like this, and then the story just kind of evolves from there. And there's illustrations in it, like really cool illustrations, like all over. I don't know, I really love this. It was like very horror comedy-esque. I thought there were parts that were really funny and like, but then there were parts that were like, okay, what the actual fuck. I think I ended up giving this 4 stars just because it was just it's super short. It's a really quick, super short little thriller horror read that I ate up, and then I immediately went and bought Uketsu's next book, which was Strange Pictures, and I'm really excited to read that. I'm hoping that's not on my February TBR, but it might just get picked up randomly because again, it's like less than 300 pages, so if I read it, it'll be like a quick little pick it up, read it, done. And then I read A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. I fucking hated this book. Okay, no, I didn't hate it. That's really harsh, because I gave it 3 stars, and 3 stars, like, okay, it's okay, but I didn't love it, and it was really slow, and it was really like, there was a lot of nothing happening and then a lot of things happening that didn't make any fucking sense, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening all the time? It got 3 stars because I fucking loved, is his name Preston? I fucking loved Preston. I didn't really like Effie, but she had her moments, especially her moments with Preston, so I got 3 stars. Other than that, I don't really know what happened to this book because I really didn't like it. I listened to this on audio, by the way, too. I did not physically read this on my eyeballs audiobook, which was good. The audiobook was good, the narrator's good. I would maybe recommend you do the audio over actually reading it, because the first time I did pick it up to read it with my eyeballs, I put it down immediately. So maybe do the audiobook with this one. And then I read an absolute fucking banger, which was The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and this is another one that I was so pissed off that I waited so long to pick up, because this was incredible. This was right up my alley. This was literally like my perfect fantasy book. Like, everything I wanted out of a fantasy book was this. Like, I was like, it was so good, and I'm like, I don't even know. It was incredible. I don't know how many times I can say it's incredible, but it was incredible. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars, I think, because there were certain parts throughout the story that I was like, okay, what's happening? Or like, okay, who is that? Who is this happening to? What is happening? Why are we doing this? You know, just kind of certain points where it was like, maybe it was just me who was lost through the story, and like certain parts were kind of hard to understand, but overall, this was so good. This was so good, and I anticipate the series just to get better and better as it goes on. I think I gave this, oh no, I think I already said, I gave it 4.5 stars. Very good. My first R.F. Kuang book, and I loved it. I'm going to be reading a lot of R.F. Kuang from here on out. And then the next one I'm not going to talk about a lot because they are, I think, in the vlog that literally came before this. I gave you my reviews, but Midnight Ruin by Katie Robert. This was really good, actually. I really liked this. I think I gave this 4 stars. It was just really, like, I think my favorite one in the series. It was really pretty good. Then I read Finale by Stephanie Garber, and again, I think I gave this one 4.5 stars. I don't really remember, but again, really good, really great ending to the series. I loved it. Mildly depressed that the series is over because I did like it, even if it took me like a year to read. I did like it, but still mildly depressed that it's over, even though I do have the novella. Okay, I do, but you get what I mean. And then the last book I read this month was Every Spiral of Fate by Tahira Mafi. This got, I don't even know, how many stars did this get? I don't know how I rated this book. No, so I gave Finale 4.5 stars. I gave this 4 stars just because I think I say this in the vlog, so I'm gonna say it just once. There's a lot of shit happening, but there's nothing happening at the same time, okay? And that is just, it bothers me. Not a lot of plot development through 3 books. I just needed a little more, and just, you will hear about it. You heard about it in my vlog. But that's all the books that I read in January. Okay, that's done. Now we are making great time because it is now time to get into my February fucking hopefuls. I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited. I have some fat ass books on this fucking list though, okay? Like some big ass fucking thick ass long ass books on this list, okay? We're gonna start because I do have a romance stack that you will see me read in another vlog because I am in the mood to do reading vlogs because all I want to watch lately is reading vlogs. So all I want to create content wise is reading vlogs. And so these are the first books. I'm not gonna talk a lot about them. And I'm honestly not gonna really talk a lot about any of these on my TBR just because I don't like to, I think I've told you guys, I don't like to read the back of books. So going in, it's only what I know from the internet and what I know from like if I picked it up a while ago and I'm like, okay, kind of did like researched it a little bit but didn't really. So but these first 3 are books. These are my only 3 romance books on my TBR for this month, and the first one is First Time Caller by BK Borson, which I am currently reading right now, like I said, for a vlog. I like it a lot so far, but that's beside the point. This is the first one on my list, obviously, because this I got last year in February, and it is February again, and it is the romance month. So I have 3 romance books on this TBR to read in February. First one, First Time Caller, BK Borson. Second one is my Fable Book Club's book pick of the month. So if you want to read it with me or with my book club, come and join us over on Fable. We are reading The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I'm so excited for this one, just because I read The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, loved it, ate it up, perfection, and now I'm ready to get into more Ashley Poston, and this is the one that we chose. This is one that my book club picked, so it's happening. And last but not least, Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed. I am jumping on the hype train very, very late. I am, but I'm here. I caught the caboose, okay? I'm at the very end, but I'm here. I'm gonna read it. I want to understand. My best friend's been begging me to read it, so I'm going to do it. And that is all you need to know. It's gonna happen because I told you it would, because I'm putting it in a vlog and I can't take that back. It's out there now. The next book I want to read is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Now I'm reading this. Me and my best friend started to pick little like We have those, she got me those little TBR scratch off cards for my birthday, and we decided to have like different lists. Like she wrote a couple books that she really wants me to read on some, I wrote a couple books that I really want her to read on some, and then we have collective books that we want to read together that we pick from, and this is the one that we're reading together this month, and that is When the Moon Hatched. I just know there's dragons in this. I know there's dragons in this. I know this has been on my TBR for a hot second, and I know the second book is coming out this year, so I'm really excited for this. She's thick. I don't think she's actually very long. Yeah, no, she's only like 700 pages, not even long, so she's not super big or super long. She's really big, but she's not really long. I know there's a very interesting magic system I've heard, and I know this is a lot of people, I feel like people either really love this or they really hate it, and I'm hoping that I fall in obviously in the love category. I feel like I will like it. I'm hoping I'll like it. But next is kind of one that I just kind of chalked on there because this is one of my little cousin, I think she's 14, and this is her favorite book series ever. Like, maybe not this one specifically in this world, but like this is like she loves this world of books so much. And I sat and she had a play yesterday and we talked about it, and she was just so excited talking about it, and she loves it so much, and she just thought it was so interesting. I was like, you know what, I want to read this because I want to share something with her, you know, I think that's gonna be fun. So, and that is Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan, and I'm starting obviously with The Lightning Thief. I've never read these. This is gonna be my first time ever reading them, but she loves them so much. She has like effectively hyped them up for me. She said it's so fun. She said you get to grow up with the characters, and it's just watching them grow up and watching them develop as people. She said it's amazing. So I'm reading this for my cousin. I'm hopefully going to start it this month. I've heard good things about the audio, so I thought maybe I'll do the audio, but then also at the same time I kind of want to read it physically because I was thinking about like annotating it a little bit, just to kind of like, maybe I could like, I don't know, eventually give them to her if I annotate all of them, and like see if she'll read through and annotate them, or if she'll just like to read my annotations. But I'm actually really excited to read this one just because it is her like one of her favorites. So this is actually very high on my TBR for February. Then I have Spectacular, which I love that she's kind of small because there's a lot of chunky books on here, and this is Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. This is the holiday novella to the Caraval series. That's all I know. That's all I know. I just know that this will completely wrap up that series, and I'm going to read it because I think coming soon I want to read the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, and I will be reading this before I start that, obviously. So this is on the list for this month. And then getting into all of my fantasy books that I really want to fucking pick up ASAP, we have Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. I'm so excited for this one. One of my friends on Instagram just reread, I think this one, and then she read the next two, and she loved them, and she's been raving about them on her Instagram. And I was like, you know what? You've convinced me. I'm adding this to my February TBR. I'm going to try and get to it. I have it on Kindle Unlimited, which is really exciting because she's not like, I mean, what the fuck? That's incredible. That's incredible. But also, if you've read a book that floppy, you know they're kind of hard to hold when you're reading because they have no like structure to them. Like, it'll be a nice read in my hand, but like at the same time I'm like, okay, maybe it will be better on my Kindle, but we will see, because she is big. I think she's almost 800 pages. God, there's incredible art in this fucking, oh my god. Okay, no, she's like 730 pages, but I am so excited for this incredible art we're gonna see. That's what I'm nervous about though, is that if I read it on my Kindle, will the artwork be on my Kindle? Because if not, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off. But I know nothing about this. I know absolutely fucking nothing about this. If I'm being so honest, I don't know how I know nothing about this. I know there's vampires in it, and I know it's a high fantasy, and that's literally it. I'm really excited though. Really excited. Then one of the like, if I don't get to this book in February, I will probably bawl my little eyes out like a little baby. And that's Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. I need this. I need to read this month because again, this is the final book in the trilogy. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Everyone says that it doesn't get too emotional until like, I think I heard the Tawny Man trilogy, but still, I'm terrified. I'm terrified because the direction that we were heading in the last book, I'm scared. Okay, I don't know how many times I can say it, but I'm scared. But I'm fucking excited at the same time. But again, this one actually is 850 some pages. This one is big, which is crazy because she looks small. She looks tiny. She looks about as big as the second book, which was only 600 pages, but she's 800 plus pages. I'm just excited. I'm ready. I'm ready. And then the last book on this TBR, and one that I will be reading again because I like to read the books that the people around me have read and loved, and this is a book that my uncle borrowed from me like a year ago, and he read it and he really liked it, and then they just came out with a series. I'm just gonna show you the book obviously and stop talking about it. It's 11/22/63 by Stephen King. So yes, I let my uncle borrow this like a year ago, and he was like, oh, you need to read it, it's so good. And I was like, okay, you know, I will. And then I didn't, and a year later, and they're coming out with a series about it. No, they came out with a limited series about it on Netflix, and I was like, oh my god, this is my sign. I need to read the book. So I will be reading this month. Actually, like, I need to, which is like, it can't be that bad because like that's the words. There's not a lot of words per page. There's just a lot of pages. It's a lot of pages and it's really big, but I'm excited. I'm pretty sure this is like, I think this is like an alternate reality to the shooting of JFK, maybe, I think. Or like maybe they're trying to, oh, JFK is Kennedy, right? Yeah, so it's they're either trying to prevent the Kennedy assassination, which, so this is like magical realism, and I'm really excited. My uncle really liked it, and so I'm excited to read it and get to talk to him about it, and then also get to watch the series because he's watching the series and he's like, oh, they've taken a lot of liberties. And so I'm excited to like just compare the book to the series and then get to talk to him about both of them. It's gonna be so fun. So that is also on my TBR for this month. But that is it. Those are my 2 massive stacks of books. Well, not massive, but big stacks of books that I read in February. I mean, whoa, read in January and want to read in February. I'm hoping that I can get to them. You guys will probably be seeing quite a bit of the books that I just talked about in reading vlogs this month. Thank you guys for sitting here and listening to me yap. I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait for the next vlogs coming up. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.